Oh, are you video conferenced out too? Man, Zoom is our life now, isn't it? Or Microsoft Teams or Skype or GoToMeeting or whatever you use. This is the new normal. We're in it. Let's just face it, that's what it's going to be for a while, okay? Maybe that's what it's going to be from now on. Welcome, global people. Christian culture guy here. I just want to reach out to you and make sure that you're all doing okay. So drop me a line here. Let me know how you're doing, how you're holding up. Are you getting cabin fever? Are you healthy? Are you getting your exercise in? Are you eating well? Are you treating yourself well? And how's business going? I hear that there's a lot of negative talk around economic collapse and how this whole corona situation will totally derail our global economy. And of course, I am not an economist, and probably there are smart people out there who know what they're talking about. However, I do want to throw in a word of caution here and there. Global exchange does not stop because we're hermiting ourselves into our virtual caves and we're wearing masks as we go outside. Values are still being created. Exchange of goods is still happening with a lot less physical touch, obviously, but it's still ongoing. And the exchange of ideas and thoughts and concepts is still happening. So, physical distancing, yes. Spatial distancing, yes. Social distancing, I am not so sure about that. I personally do not subscribe to the idea of social distancing. That's why we're having a conversation. Well, at least you're listening to me. However, you might have had a conversation with me and others in the last couple of weeks. You may have noticed we're building our tribe. We are interacting with our tribes. I've had people on my Facebook lives, and I'll be on other people's live shows on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, wherever they happen, because we need to stay in touch with each other. That's how we collaborate despite the physical separation. So I would like to say, yeah, the economy is in a rut right now because business as usual isn't happening. I would like to look at business or trade or the economy in general as like a river flowing down a stream, a riverbed. And that riverbed has been blown up. It's been disrupted for good, for serious. However, water is still coming down, value is still being created, exchange of goods is still happening, ideas are still being bounced back and forth. So the water is finding a new bed for itself. So my question is, how are we building the bed? Are you partaking in building the new riverbed, or are you letting it happen to you? So I'm not a big fan of being a victim or becoming a prisoner of circumstance. I would rather be part of creating my new environment. And that's why we have been really vocal and active in delivering our value in a new way. To us, it hasn't been really new. The Culture Mastery and the NLP Center of Atlanta, we have been doing virtual work for many, many years. And Zoom has been our friend before Zoom became your friend. So just saying, we know Zoom before you did. No, I'm just kidding. And Zoom is showing some signs of overexposure and being blown up to an extent where it may not be healthy for them to keep up with the growth. So quick word of caution there as well. If you don't need video conferencing, use WhatsApp, use FaceTime, use Skype. What's wrong with that? These are tools that work too. You don't necessarily have to be on Zoom unless you're delivering like a virtual coaching session, a virtual training program for larger groups, for breakout sessions. That's what we've been doing. That's why we love Zoom. Thank you for being available to us at the conditions you are making it possible to do business at. So first word of caution, economy is still ongoing. Yes, there are people being laid off. There are people losing their jobs left and right. I'm not going to negate the realities. However, where physical jobs are being sliced away, there's virtual work that is popping up now that we may have not seen at that growth rate before. So keep that in mind. The economy is shifting. The water is finding a new riverbed. And we're playing an active part in this as we collaborate on this digital platform, on this digital way. So, how are you staying in touch with your peers? How are you staying in touch with your tribe? How are you engaging with your people? And how are you doing this across the globe, across time zones, across national and cultural borders? Wait a second. Didn't Christian mention stuff like this before? Yes, I did. Just because you're doing this online now doesn't mean the cultural differences go away. That doesn't mean that because you have the common virtual platform deliver whatever it is you do, however you create your value, that doesn't mean that all the communicative tripwires you've been challenged with before have disappeared. They may actually been accelerated or amplified a little bit by the physical and spatial separation. So I can only say in our industry, we are, well, blessed to be still a service that is in need, and we are happy to be able to deliver our value in this way. Sure, I'd love to be at your house delivering expatriate training for your employees in their at around their kitchen table. I'd love to be training your team at your office in your beautiful conference rooms. That ain't happening right now. That's why we're doing it this way. So it's not like this is new to us. We've been delivering this way before, and the industry, our market, our customers are now recognizing, hey, this isn't any worse than the real life face-to-face classroom setting that we envisioned for our teams in the past. So this is still delivering on its promise. Yes, it is. So how can you take advantage of this new world? How can you make sure that you, your teams, your organization get the know-how, get the skills, get the training and coaching that they need? Couple of ways to engage. First of all, we're doing these live sessions that I mentioned earlier. I'm doing several of them. I've done one with, actually, I've done two with my dear friend and colleague Brett Perry in the past. I've done one with Ellen Hetbloom. There's going to be one with Ben Cross. I'll be on his Love and Reload program this upcoming Friday. Links will be in the comments below. Ben will be on my program. I'll do a program with a couple of other people. Just stay tuned, be engaged, follow the newsletter, follow our social media. We'll update that daily if need be, because in this crazy time, schedules change. Go figure. We do webinars. We've done a couple of free webinars already on doing business with Germany and doing business with Australia, doing business with Sweden with my friend in Gothenburg and Göteborg with Robert Bloom. We're going to do one with Korea. So stay tuned. There will be a doing business with Korea webinar coming up soon. So these are free for you to engage. 45 to 60, well, sometimes even 70 minutes of valuable content, information that's actionable for you right away, clear takeaways. So keep that on your radar, put that on your calendars, where we'll drip on you with the information that you need. We're also doing live online training. So I want you to let that sink in. So no, we're not coming to you. I'm going to be probably in this room, or I might go upstairs in the upstairs office. Well, there'll be a flip chart. There'll be presentations. There'll be slides. There'll be breakout rooms for up to 25 people. We'll do a 3-hour live online training. It'll feel like we're in a room together, and that room is two-dimensional. It's on your screen, however big you want to blow it. It'll deliver just the same value as classroom-style training would. So link already in there. We're doing a Doing Business with Germany 101, 3 hours live online training at a killer rate, at a level of engagement you probably wouldn't be able to get with us would we be still in the normal business. And that this is not normal, you can tell this is one of my makeshift offices. You probably hear my dog barking outside, and you probably hear my children who are being schooled online at home, communicating with each other in the background. So none of us are going through business as usual. And who knows if we will go back to the old normal. The new normal, the new riverbed will shape up as it comes, as we come out of this, hopefully soon. But for now, this is what it is. That doesn't mean that our engagement with you needs to stop, right? So we still deliver cultural training. We still deliver cultural coaching. We still deliver executive coaching. So everything that has been in place for you, the stuff that clients had come to us before, is still in place. It is just delivered in a different format, no less valuable. So I want to close with with a few lines that I read, I think, yesterday in Dory Clark's newsletter. I'll tag Dory in the comment. If you're not following Dory Clark, you better start now and get on her newsletter. In her newsletter, and I have to peek over here because I didn't memorize it, so I have to look at it on my screen. And she says in her latest newsletter, much like Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's stages of grief, it seems like we're all going through business stages of the pandemic. That's what I've been talking about. Week 1, this is crazy and frightening. Week 2, we need community. Let's set up 1,000,000 Zoom calls. Also, is my lighting working? And is the sound okay on this? Well, we'll find out. And week 3 and 4 and 5 and thereafter, I freaking hate this video conferencing thing. Sure, it is draining. So select it the way you need it. We have the modules in place for you. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. This is not business as usual. This is a new world, and let's create it the way we want it, and let's not let it happen to us. With that, I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of each other, take care of yourself. And remember, if you don't get culture, culture will get you.